And breathe. We've had a mad, fun-packed weekend at Crick Boat Show.
We think we're too old for all this now, don't we?
I don't think so.
We were exhausted. We weren't even going to go to evening entertainment, but we did.
Went to the ABBA night, didn't we, which was good fun.
We're both a bit croaky from talking all day long.
Well, great fun. Met loads of friends. Loads of viewers came to say hello. Hello back. And I think we both lost our voices towards the end. It was such a strain, but enjoy it we did. We did enjoy it, and both teams of people that we worked with, both at Elton Moss and Haven Knox Johnson, are such great teams to work with. Yeah, good people. And as we've said before, it's so lovely to speak to many of you face to face. And presents. Thank you so much for the gifts that were brought for us. And Archie is in heaven. He's got a year's supply of goodies. I think he's got about a year's supply of goodies. Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyway, great fun was had. And we've come back to the allotment, and whilst we've been away, there's been a heck of a lot of rain.
And wind.
And which only means one thing, that the weeds have gone boom. So we've got a day today, it's Wednesday, of weeding and tying up beans and just steadily cracking on with it.
I'm rescuing some stuff, so a whole tray, a whole shelf of plants blew off of a shelf at the back of the polytunnel because the wind caught it, and we've lost some stuff, but nothing critical, I don't think. But I'm just trying to rescue what I can. Gardening is like this, you know, there's always disasters now and again, isn't there?
Absolutely. Slugs have had a field day as well, haven't they, inside there especially. But the strawberries are immense. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour whilst Fran's pottering around in the polytunnel.
It's not pottering, it's working. I'm finding slugs, pulling weeds, rescuing plants, and then we've got, as you said, a whole day of weeding.
All that, are you?
Yeah. And then we've got a whole day of weeding outside.
Right, let's crack on.
Yes.
Yes. So starting up at the top of the plot, sweet peas have finally started to grow. They're sprawling a bit, so we're going to tie them up these poles. Fab foxglove. We put a few rows of parsnips in here, but they just have not come up. All the weed has though. And in between all that lot, there's a couple of rows of carrots. In here we've got some straggly peas, but we've been just picking the tips out for salads, pea shoots. But we've got a few pods which are delicious. Some just a few parsnips there. The beetroots are coming on a treat. Everything's just looking good. There's some weed growing in there. Onions, spring onions, and some turnips over there. But these peas are doing really well. So we've got a good crop to pick already. Not of fully formed pods, but of mange two. So these beans are being attacked by aphids on a couple of the plants, so we need some ladybirds to turn up and start munching on them. But there you can see down the back there, there's a good crop of beans to be had. So we've got yet more row of peas here, so we're going to remove this netting and put some sticks in to help them grow up. A bare patch there. The dahlias that were already in the plot are coming up lovely. It'll be interesting to see what they are when they come up. A few rows of brassica there. We've got some kohlrabi and some kale. Another blank plot. Some turnips which are being munched by some sort of weevil or fly. I've sowed a row of spring onions there and nothing's happened. Sowed a row of carrots just along there in front of that stick, and they're taking their time to come up, but they've finally come up. A bit of a protection there for those carrots because they were in little paper pots and the rooks around here like to pull them out of the ground. So we've got some borlotti beans growing up there. The asparagus has been fantastic this year, and that's all over now, so we're just leaving the ferns to boost the little plants to make them grow stronger next year. Leeks are coming on rather nice, but the strawberries, man alive, they are so tasty, and you can just about see some growing in there. covered over by netting to stop the blackbirds eating them. This is more or less turning into a herb bed. We had this covered up, this brassicas here. This is summer broccoli. We had them covered up, but a bird managed to get in, and pigeons, we think, and pecking everything to bits. Dahlia there that we've grown from tubers, and another wigwam there that's got to have some beans put in it today. Look at my little birthday present from my daughter. Look at that. Fantastic. So what's going on your end, Fran?
Well, I'm emptying the polytunnel just to make sure I've got all the slugs and snails. It seems that as soon as you leave anything on the ground, you get slugs underneath it. So I'm just taking it all out. So yeah, we've got 2 beds here, raised beds. So we put a few spare peas in the end. We've got tomatoes, a cucumber. There were chilies in here, but most of them have been munched.
Yeah, look at that damage there by slugs.
Yeah.
They're rotters, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at that.
And here, I think that will survive. The tomatoes are all coming on nicely. There are 1 or 2 chilies that have survived.
They're not eating these salad leaves though, are they?
No, but these dried out while we were away, a few of them. They really need planting out now.
Oh, we should put them out later. There's some bindweed, which is a scourge of this plot. It grows everywhere, so we've got to be digging that out. There's tomatoes from seeds you saved, Fran.
Yeah, so I'm calling this Fran's cherry. I have no idea what it is. It's just seeds that I saved off of a tomato from last year's plants, which we bought. But it looks like it's growing. It was a little tiny tumbling tomato. I'm dead chuffed with that because it means this year we'll just save all our seeds again. Much the same on this side, actually. We've actually got our first little baby tomato there.
Look
And again, it's much the same stuff. We've got a melon growing somewhere in amongst this lot.
Is there?
Oh no, the melon is... This is
Oh,
a
yeah,
melon,
look, that's
ginger
been
melon,
munched.
cucumber in the middle. But that's growing okay. I think it might survive. It was just a test. We don't know. I've never grown melons before.
We need some slug defences, don't we? We need to do something. Come here in the night with torches and just pick them off.
So. It's not too bad, but you only need 1, and obviously it just goes through and munches everything. The brassicas are fantastic. We have got all Brussels sprouts, cabbages, cauliflowers, purple sprouting broccolis, kales, red kale down here, more cauliflowers, I think, and some
More
dahlias. I thought that was a
planting
basil, an English basil. I've just actually tasted a leaf and I've decided it's not.
Oh.
So I do
You're
hope
not gonna keel
dahlias are
over,
not
are you?
poisonous because I've just tested one.
That's not a dahlia though, is it?
Well, I don't know what that is then.
I don't think so.
Some flowers that are growing on nicely, some herbs and flowers. And yeah, what have we got over here? Red veined sorrel, which is a really pretty plant. Asparagus peas, which is a new one.
Everything needs to go outside, doesn't it?
It does, but we're going to try and really focus today. We've decided we're weeding and tying up, and that is all we're going to do. But look at this, is my favourite plant. Look at these. This is rainbow chard, and these will grow and stand all winter, and these stems go really red, and when you get the autumn and winter light going through them, they are beautiful. You eat them like spinach.
Yeah, it's delicious, isn't it? But we haven't got room for all these plants in this little plot of ours, have we?
No.
So what are we going to do?
Well, we've actually been given a second plot, but it's not officially available until January.
No.
But the lovely man who's got it at the moment has just been using it to save it going to weed, really. And he's grown broad beans and a manure crop, which is just cut down, and he's not replanting that area. And he said that we can start putting our brassicas in there now, which is fantastic because, I mean, we would probably only have grown about 4 sprout plants, but I'm going to go into the Brussels sprout market, I think, if these grow. So, yeah, in the next week or so, we'll be starting to plant some stuff on the second plot.
What? It's about the same size as this plot, would you say?
think
Maybe
so.
not so big, but yeah, we're just going to treat that plot as a just a farm, really, aren't we? Just going to plant everything out in rows, maybe.
All the long-standing stuff that sits there for a long time, and next year it will be potatoes and onions, maybe, won't it?
Yeah.
And
Indeed.
But the other thing that it does is it frees up a little bit of space here, so we really do have room for a shed now. So we've just got to try and make that happen, haven't we?
I'm looking forward to my man cave when it finally arrives. That would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be nice if we can get one that somebody doesn't want anymore, but it's getting it to the plot, isn't it? That's the thing.
Well, the size that we want is probably going to be about between £500 and £700, isn't it, for a new shed?
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money, but I don't know. We'll see. As you say, second-hand ones, it means we've got to go and dismantle them and somehow get it all here. So I don't know what we're going to do yet.
We're just taking it slowly, aren't we? We're not going to rush into things.
Yeah.
We're just taking it slowly. So we've got 3 tomatoes growing up a wigwam there. A whole frame full of beans, runner beans climbing up. Another dahlia. Another squash plant down there. And a whole swathe of sweet corn, which we absolutely adore, and hopefully that's going to come to fruition. So here we've got a lovely little row of peas, and they're just ripe to eat now. They're sugar snap peas, so we can put them in salads or stir them in a stir fry. We have Jerusalem artichokes springing up there. We didn't realise that they would, but we're going to keep them there anyway and eat them. The potato bed's been really good. These are first earlies down here, so hopefully we'll be getting some of those in June. Some in flower already, and progressing up to main crops at the top there. So in the new plot we'll be growing 5 times the amount of spuds we've got here. This is a tree spinach, and it was recommended to us, but it's new to us, but it's a beautiful plant. But the leaves are quite hairy. In a salad the texture is not very pleasant, so apparently if you stir fry the older leaves, it's quite delicious, but we've yet to try that. This is a strawberry bed that's not done much, and that's going to be dug out in a few days time, because this is where I want my shed ultimately, I think. Be a great place for it, facing that way over the plots, and hopefully get a bit of artwork done in there. Here we got some raspberries and currants, which I guess we should be covering over now with some netting to stop the birds munching on them. So that's about it really. That's the plot as it is, and I really need now to start doing some work.
Yeah. Skies went dark, the rain came down, so we've hidden in the polytunnel. We've been waiting for this day, sitting in here while it's raining. But we've got some dwarf French beans. Everything that we've put in the polytunnel so far has been eaten, but we've done massive slug pick today. So while it's raining, we might as well stick these in, and hopefully...
One for you, one for the birds,
yeah,
one for the slugs.
Well, the birds won't be coming in, so yeah, hopefully that'll be fine.
Good day's weeding, Fran?
Yeah. Well, it's about mid-afternoon, the sun's beating down, and I think we're done weeding, aren't we?
I've had enough on my knees for 3 or 4 hours, but it's been worthwhile, and we've got some produce to take home.
Pea shoots, mange tout peas, nasturtium leaves, salad leaves, beetroot leaves, calendula flowers, chive flowers, fennel. They were a bit of a mistake. Look at their legs, look, they weren't meant to be pulled out, but they did get pulled out by mistake. A few radishes, the first beetroot of the year, and
Oh, look at that.
straw, and they are delicious, absolutely delicious. So that's us tea tonight. Yeah, and it's about mid-afternoon. I think we've had enough, haven't we?
We are here at Manor House Farm in Frampton-on-Severn, and every Monday and every Friday afternoon from 2 till 4 they open the garden. Although you wouldn't think it, would you?
We arrived and nobody seemed to know why we were here or what was going on.
Whether the garden was open or not, but anyway, we were let in to wander around on our own, and it is absolutely gorgeous.
The flowers, the smells, the vegetable garden, but there's nobody here.
No, it's lovely.
It's just amazing, and it feels a little bit sad because it really feels like people should be enjoying this garden. It is so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Well, maybe they enjoy it when they don't allow the hoi polloi to come walking around.
It felt a little bit intrusive because we've got free run of everywhere, but as you get closer to the house, you feel a little bit that you're being, a bit intrusive. So we haven't seen every inch of it, but we've loved it.
It is beautiful. So anyway, it's Friday afternoon. It's nearly 4 o'clock, and
it's crackerjack, otherwise known as
beer o'clock. This famous striped rose, Rosamundi, is named after Rosamund Clifford, mistress to Henry II and daughter of Walter de Clifford, who held estates here. The village green is named after her, although there is no hard evidence she actually lived here. The Clifford family have owned Frampton Court, its estates, and this house, Manor Farm, since the 11th century, and continue to do so to this day. A massive thank you to our Patreon supporters, our YouTube members, our Buy Me a Coffee supporters. It really does make a difference to our channel and helps us keep producing these videos.
And of course anyone that's bought anything from our website as well.
Absolutely.
You may have noticed that our video content has changed a little bit over the last few videos, and that's because our life has changed. We live in an ever-moving world, ever-changing world, and we go with it. And we've changed the way that we're living a little bit, haven't we?
We have. We've dropped anchor a bit, and we've been on the Gloucester and Sharpness Canal now for 9 months next week. That's gone so fast, hasn't it? And there are still loads of things we said we really need to go and do, and we haven't yet gone and done them. So there's so much to do here and see.
We've just really, really slowed down. We're loving absorbing ourselves in the world around us and our surroundings. This morning is a good example. We had a fantastic experience. Sat here, Rich was editing and I was just doing a little bit of a search around on the internet and discovered that we've got a herb society that meets in the next village on this canal, just a walk from the canal. There are garden tours around us that we didn't know about. And then we sat and heard a noise and saw the prettiest ducks that we've ever seen go past.
2 shell ducks and their babies went by, and we've never seen baby shell ducks before, have we?
Gorgeous.
They're absolutely stunning. But the amazing thing is there were these gulls circling around, and they were dive bombing on these ducks to try and get their babies out of the water. And it's just things like that you'd never see, would we, otherwise, unless we were living this life.
And we're not rushing about as much. Our videos are going to be more about the countryside, the nature around us, the things that tick our boxes that we get excited about. We can't make videos about things that we're not excited about. We've done so many opening lock gates and winding paddles over the last 8 years. We're still going to keep cruising. You know, we're planning this morning a cruise up to Worcester, or maybe Stratford, and we're actually going cruising tomorrow further along the canal. So we are still moving, but our videos are going to be about our life as liveaboard boaters, and we still very much love boat life, don't we?
We've always said it's not about the boats, it's about the lifestyle. It's narrowboat life, narrowboat living. And we, after coming back from Crick Boat Show, we were so enthused and felt so supported by everybody that came to see us. You know, and it was finishing talking to somebody, and there was somebody there waiting to talk to us about their life and what they're going to do. They've just bought a boat, or they're thinking of buying a boat. And they were all there grabbing the guides that we helped write with Haven Knox Johnston. It was amazing, wasn't it? And we've come away feeling energised again. But
energised about the way we live our life. You're right, it's not about the boat, and it's not necessarily about the cruising and visiting different places on the canals. It's just changed a little bit, and it's about living now. And that's what we need to show, because that's what we do, isn't it?
It's funny this morning, because we were watching these poor little chicks getting dive bombed by these gulls, and you went, I bloody love this life, I do.
I did actually say that, and I do. Well, we do.
It's been amazing because, you know, you might know that I suffer with depression, but this last 6 months, it's hardly been noticeable at all. I've been so happy doing what we're doing, especially the allotment's given me an outlet, you know, somewhere to be in the quiet and peace of the countryside. It's amazing.
It's a peaceful, quiet, natural, simple life, and I do bloody love it as well.
So we haven't done any videoing of Crick Boat Show. We didn't have time. We were so busy. Every time we went off the Haven Knox Johnston stand to go and have a look around, we just got stopped by people who just love to talk to us. So we didn't get to see anything really at all, but there are plenty of people out there doing videos of it.
I don't think we've ever videoed Crick Boat Show, have we? Made a video specific for that, but as you say, there are plenty that do.
So thanks for watching. We really hope you've enjoyed this little video, something a little bit different, and the same vein will continue. Yeah,
we hope that you enjoy it as much as we enjoy making them now. We can't make videos unless we enjoy the topic, and that's what's going to happen, and we really hope that you come along with us. We've got so much to show you still, and so much to share.
And so much for us to explore as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.
Thank you for watching. See you soon.